Hey guys, it's been a while. My last video, I was still pregnant. I have now had the twins. Rhea's actually right here. I had boy and girl. So Rhea and Rex is behind me in the rock and play he's eating. So Rhea was born at 4 pounds, 13 ounces. They were born August 29th. Rex was 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Rhea was 10 pounds at her 2-month checkup. Rex was 8 pounds. So they're doing really well. Rhea's the chunkier one. Rex is a little bit skinnier. So I ended up having a C-section. The twins were transverse, laying sideways. Rex's head was towards my right, and he was more in my rib, so he came out second. Rhea was at the bottom, and her head was towards my hip. So they were like yin and yang. Everything's been going well postpartum-wise with me. Rhea did have colic. She's just now getting over that. So she has been the more demanding twin, and Rex is more calm. So it makes it easy. It's kind of like having only one baby, one newborn baby. All he does is eat, and after that, he just chills and falls right asleep. Rhea, she likes to play. When they're premature, so the babies were born a month early, but full term for twins is 37 weeks, and they were born right at 36 weeks. So when they're born premature, they have a corrected age. So Rex acts premature, basically, and Rhea acts a little bit older than 3 months. So she wants to play. Like right now, she's trying to look all into the camera. Say hi. Sorry for the lighting. The sun is kind of like setting a little bit. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. So I will show you guys Rex in a little bit. Right now he's just eating, like I said. Everything went well with the C-section. That was my first C-section. I don't know if I said in my first video, but I do have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. My 4-year-old is a little bit of the crazy one. The 4 and 2-year-old. So Jackson is the 4-year-old. Titan is the 2-year-old. They are very helpful. So I have no problems with that. But what? Okay. What was I saying? So Rhea, yeah, she had colic. And she was kind of fussy a lot. Now she's just more happy. Like she can sit here and she's a little bit more chill. She does have acid reflux. I almost forgot that. She also has acid reflux, which was causing her to be a little fussy. So I always have to keep her upright after eating. The rock and play does help, obviously, because they're kind of laying like at an angle. Hi. So I've been trying to do this video for so long, but like I said, just dealing with Rhea was a little bit of a struggle. So anytime that I would get her down, I couldn't even pick up the camera really because she'd be right back awake. And it was like a process. You had to keep refeeding her, then rock her. She always wants to be rocked. So then you'd have to rock her, and then you can finally lay her down. But then if someone woke her up, it was all over again. Feed her, rock her, put her down. A little bit of a headache dealing with that. But I'm glad. They say colic goes away at like 3 months. And they just turned 3 months a few days ago. So I swear, maybe a couple days before they turned 3 months, her colic was gone. And she's been a little bit more manageable. So with the C-section, that was my first C-section. I was induced with my first pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I was all natural. I got to the hospital and I was already 10 centimeters. So with the twins' birth, it was a scheduled C-section. They had stopped growing at a certain point in my pregnancy. And so I was being monitored at a specialist every week. And the specialist said he wanted the twins out before I was 37 and a half weeks. So my doctor, my main doctor, told me a few dates that I had to schedule my C-section. and I chose the soonest day they had just because I figured there would be a little bit of back and forth with them kind of pushing it back. So thank God I did choose the first day, because the week that I gave birth, it seemed like that day was the fullest day in the hospital. I called, my check-in time was supposed to be 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. And I was supposed to call at 5:30. So I called at 5:30 and they said, it's packed in here. Let me talk to your scheduled doctor and see if she wants you to come in. So, long story short, I had to call back every hour after that. Um, and finally, they gave me a time. They said 1 p.m., we want you to come in, and then we'll get you in here. You are going to go, you're going to have the babies by the end of the night. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you guys have had a C-section before, but you cannot have anything to eat or drink after the night before. So I think like 12 hours before the surgery. So I had nothing to eat because, mind you, I'm thinking I'm going in right in the morning when I get up and gonna have surgery. No, my C-section didn't happen until 4 o'clock. So it was so frustrating. I was hangry and I felt like I was gonna die. When you're pregnant with twins, I feel like the twins was my hardest pregnancy when it came to like eating, because I was constantly hungry all the time. And I can eat a big meal and then I feel like 30 minutes later, I'm hungry. So being pregnant with twins and waiting all those hours and not being able to have anything, not even water, yeah, it was a little bit frustrating. So I get in there and then they tell me I'm dehydrated. I'm like, well, duh, you said I couldn't have anything. And then on top of that, you push back my C-section. So I think this little girl's pooping. Are you pooping? Stinky little girl. So, yeah, the twins, Rhea was born first, like I said. They got her out. Then Rex came next. He was all the way in my ribs. They got both babies out pretty fast. I was surprised. But after they were born, so they told me, if they come out crying, more than likely they'll be okay. With premature babies, sometimes they have a little bit of a breathing problem. So if you don't hear them cry, don't worry. Well, right away, both of them cried, but they still ended up having to go to the NICU. They had a little bit of a breathing problem. So they were on tubes the first night, feeding tubes, breathing tubes. The next day, I went home. Let's see. I went home 2 days after my C-section, and Rex was able to come home with me. He was doing fine. They kept Rhea because she was spitting up a lot, and she wasn't holding her weight well enough. So she came home Sunday. Sorry, she is blowing it up. I feel like Rhea was an angel in the NICU. They loved her in the NICU. But as soon as we brought her home, it was another story. She was a hot mess. She cried. I couldn't even put her down, but obviously it was, she developed the colic. And that caused a little bit of an issue. Rex, he stayed the same. He was just a little sweet little boy. He also, what was I going to say? He sleeps through the night majority of the time. Sometimes he'll wake up, but it's not even in the middle of the night. It's more like 4 or 5 in the morning he'll wake up to eat. Rhea, she sometimes wakes up in the middle of the night, and then she also wakes up towards the morning. They are kind of on different schedules. In the NICU, they were feeding an hour apart. I didn't keep up with that schedule. I feed them according to whenever they wake up. So sometimes Rhea could be just eating, and then she can eat maybe 3 times before Rex wakes up for his one feeding. Feel like I keep saying sorry. I'm trying to recollect everything and film this video before my other 2 kids run out here, and then it'll be craziness. So she does eat a lot. She's a little chunky butt. Oh, Rhea. Oh, Rhea. I'm going to change her and then I'll be back because she has pooped. All right, so I'm back. I don't know what I was talking about, but let's see. Anything else I need to update you guys on? I'm going to try and post a video maybe every week. Right now, I'm just trying to get back into the groove of things. Like I said, Rhea has been a little bit of a headache, but now that she's more like herself, maybe I'll have a little bit more time. So if you guys have any questions for me regarding postpartum, the C-section, just anything with the twins, let me know in the comments below, and I will try to post a video based on whatever you guys want to know. Just give me some ideas. But let me show you Rex, and I'll put in some pictures of them at the end of this video so then you guys can see what they look like in the beginning and a little bit throughout until now. So let me show you Rex. Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy. So they are fraternal twins, and you can tell a lot by their features. So this is Rex. Rex, baby boy. Rex is blonde and blue eyes. Lighter skin tone. Let me see if I can get them together for you guys. Rhea. It's easier to, let's see. It's easier to get Rhea first just because she's heavier. And Rex is a little skinnier. So these are my babies. See, Rhea is more alert. Rex, he does still act like a little tiny newborn, which I love because I get 2 different stages at once, but they're the same age. That's so crazy. Rex, hi, baby. And he's everywhere. He has to look everywhere. I love it. Let's see. All right, guys. So just let me know in the comments what you guys want to know, what you guys want to see, and I'll try to fulfill that request. All right. See you guys later.